My name is Colleen Schaner. I'm a sophomore and a pole vaulter at Liberty University. To be an athlete at Liberty, it's actually quite fun. It teaches you a lot of life skills, and it's hard work, but it's definitely worth it. My responsibilities right now are mostly like, you have to really take care of your health and your body, you know. You have to eat, sleep right, recover right, and you really got to be on top of your schoolwork. My life without pole vaulting would be, I would say, much less interesting. It is just such a fun part of my life, and without that portion of my life, now or in the past, like, I won't be who I am. It'd be very different. I've always been in a Christian family. We always went to church every week growing up, and I've always been exposed to Christianity and everything. My faith is very important in my life. I balance keeping Christ in the center while being an athlete by doing my Bible study every day, really just dedicating everything I do to Him. And it didn't always used to be that way. That's also kind of a recent thing where, especially here at Liberty, the team really, and the coaches prioritize putting Christ at the center of everything we do, especially in sport, because it is so easy for it to be, all about you, all encompassing, like for your own glory. My journey with pole vaulting, I was a gymnast for 12 years. It translated very well. So I was immediately pretty adept at it, and it came naturally to me. There were some times, though, where I went through some pretty bad slumps, but God eventually brought me out of that. I ended up being good enough at the end of my senior year of high school to go to collegiate level. So He brought me to Arizona State University, but that didn't end up being the right place. It was very hard. I became very depleted during the first half of the year. I wasn't able to compete for the indoor season. I had a red shirt. The team, they're all very nice, and I did really like the coach, but nobody really connected or gelled. There was just some division between us. It was a very memorable experience. It wasn't all bad. I definitely had some fun times with them. The roughest part would be being in a place where God wasn't at the center of everything. During that time, He really showed me that I needed to be fully in Him. I did think I was going to stay in Arizona for all 4 years until that didn't happen. So I was walking to practice one day, and all of a sudden, I just had this light bulb go off in my head. And I know it was God. I know it was Him saying, okay, yes, Liberty's the place, because Liberty was the only school in my mind. And I was like, why don't I go there? It has everything I want. God definitely had a plan, even during the difficult times. We all need those valleys. In contrast with last year to here, I have just seen God has just delivered me, and brought me out of, the miry clay, the slimy pit. You know that verse? I would tell an athlete who was in my position, I would tell them that your significance is not in anything else but God. And I would tell them not to worry, it always works out, and your value is in the cross and the fact that He died for you. But yes, there's been many ups and downs, many surprises, many failures, but through it all, it has brought me closer to God, and it has been a life-changing experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.